In the heart of the great verdant forest, where sunlight danced through the canopy and rivers sang to the stones, lived a young deer named Aaron. Aaron was known for his gentle heart and boundless curiosity. He loved exploring, listening to the whispers of the wind, and learning the old stories told by the elders of the forest. One crisp morning, Aaron awoke to find the forest unusually silent. Even the birds seemed hesitant to sing. A rumor had spread among the animals. The sacred grove at the forest's edge was threatened by humans clearing the land to build roads. It was said that the grove held ancient carvings from a forgotten civilization, symbols of harmony between humans and nature. The elders had warned that those who disrespected the grove would face the wrath of the forest spirits. Aaron felt a strange pull in his heart. He had always followed the safe paths, but now he felt compelled to venture further than he ever had before. Perhaps I can find a way to protect the grove, he whispered to himself, his hooves brushing softly against the mossy ground. As he journeyed, the forest grew denser and darker. Familiar trees seemed to twist into unfamiliar shapes, and the wind carried voices that made him shiver. Hours passed, and soon Aaron realized he had lost his way. Panic rose in his chest, but he remembered the stories of the elders. Courage was not the absence of fear, but the determination to move forward despite it. Night fell. Shadows stretched like long fingers, and distant howls echoed through the trees. Aaron's legs trembled, but he pressed on, guided by the faint silver glow of the moon. Suddenly, he stumbled upon a narrow stream and saw a reflection that startled him. He was far from home, his coat dusty and his antlers tangled with twigs. A soft, melodic voice emerged from the shadows. "Why do you wander so, young one?" asked a voice. Aaron turned and saw a wise old owl perched on a branch above. Her feathers were silver with hints of gold, and her eyes seemed to hold the weight of centuries. I wanted to protect the sacred grove," Aaron replied, trembling. "But now I am lost." The owl tilted her head thoughtfully. "Sometimes, to save what you love, you must first understand it. The forest is alive with history, and every path teaches a lesson. Follow me, and I will guide you not to the grove but to the wisdom you need." Aaron followed the owl deeper into the forest. They passed ancient ruins, overgrown with vines, where faded carvings depicted deer, wolves, and humans living together in harmony. The owl explained, "Long ago, humans and animals shared this land, respecting each other. But greed and fear drove them apart. Nature mourned, and the forest has been slowly reclaiming what was lost." As dawn broke, they arrived at a hidden glade, where a crystal-clear pond reflected the first light of day. Aaron saw himself mirrored in the water, but something had changed. His eyes held newfound determination. "You see," said the owl, "being lost is not always a curse. It allows you to see the world with new eyes. The grove you seek can be protected, but only if you act wisely, not recklessly." With the owl's guidance, Aaron learned to read the forest, which plants could mark safe paths, which signs warned of danger, and how to communicate with other animals to form a plan. Days passed, and Aaron's fear transformed into confidence. Finally, he returned to the edge of the forest, where the humans were beginning to cut trees. But this time Aaron did not charge blindly. He led a council of animals, each contributing their skills. Birds scouted from above, beavers diverted water to create barriers, and even timid rabbits helped by leaving clear signs of the forest's sacredness. When the humans arrived, they were surprised to find not a single animal harmed, but the forests carefully protected by natural defenses. The carvings and grove were intact, and Aaron, standing proudly at the center, seemed almost to speak with the wisdom of ages. One of the humans, a kind-hearted historian, recognized the grove and its carvings. He called for his companions to halt the destruction. "This is a place of history," he said. "It belongs to everyone, and we must preserve it." Aaron watched as the humans retreated, grateful and respectful. His heart swelled with relief, but he also understood the deeper lesson. Wisdom and patience are stronger than rash courage, and understanding history allows us to protect the future. Returning home, Aaron felt different. The forests seemed more alive, more connected. He shared his story with the elders and the younglings, teaching them not just the importance of protecting the grove, but the courage to venture into the unknown and the wisdom to return home safely. From that day on, Aaron was no longer just a curious young deer. He became a guardian of history and harmony, a reminder that even those who lose their way can find purpose if they remain brave, thoughtful, and kind. Moral: sometimes losing your way leads to the greatest discoveries. Courage, wisdom, and patience are the true paths to protecting what we love.